6 to 9. You're about to have a really good time, and it's sure to make you smile. On the bus, in the car, on the AirPods without wires. Rank it up on the worksite, it's the Bad and Liam podcast. Bad and Liam podcast.
G'day there, podcaster.
Hey, Benno. Got a message here from Ebony. She said, hey guys, love the pod, don't want to come on, but I've got an idea for you.
Love this already.
Yeah, it's an idea for a new potential podcast. I'll tell you the idea at the end of this one, the regular podcast. Stacks of fun today. We really enjoyed it. We'll catch you at the end.
Whoa, good morning and happy Thursday. Can you believe it? Thursday already. It's that long weekend stuff.
How's that booty feeling this morning, Ben?
Pretty sore after what we did yesterday.
Yes, I've been doing KX Pilates. It's a bit of a thing at the moment. And Ben, I invited you to my class with the girls yesterday. We went out for some kombucha after. And we really had a workout, built up a bit of a sweat. There's a video on the Ben and Liam Instagram. Now, just breezing through the comments, a lot of people talking about my thick bum and how juicy it is.
Yep.
And also mentioning how small my package is, which is, it's not really, like, I'm happy about the bum comments, but it's sort of like, I'd rather have the meat elsewhere.
What you make up for, what you lack in the front, you make up for in the back.
Yeah, for sure. You see for yourself if you would like.
I also saw a fair few people calling out my my tuft of back hair, which is fair.
Yeah,
that's totally
Ben's
fair.
got a big tuft of hair just above his bum on his lower back. A lot of people also calling it the welcome mat.
Yes, it's like a hairy, can you say tramp stamp? It's a hairy tramp stamp.
It's a hairy tramp stamp. That's what it is.
Peace up, Pod Town.
It's my dad's 60th birthday, Ben, and I wanted to get him something special, the big 6-0. He's from the UK and he hasn't been back in 20 years. So at the end of the year, I want to take him back to Ireland to see his family. He can show me where he grew up. And then we can go to Anfield and watch a Liverpool game and sing You'll Never Walk Alone.
He's a Liverpool supporter,
yeah,
isn't he?
He is.
Has he ever seen them?
No, and we're both big supporters. We've been waking up early to watch games together for as long as I can remember.
So you finally get to sing this with your old band at Anfield.
And that's the thing. I got to do it 10 years ago. I went over when I was playing soccer. And I'm so keen to share it with my dad. It's like we, even when we can't watch the games together, we're watching it at the same time and texting. It's just sort of a thing we have. He was so stoked as well when I gave him the present. Here's a little bit of the audio here.
Oh my God.
Go on a boys trip.
That is insane. That's absolutely insane.
Old Tom on the trot.
Oh, yeah, he's excited. And because the fixtures haven't actually come out yet for next season, so I don't really know what game we're going to, and a lot of the trip will revolve around that. So it was kind of tricky, and I wanted to give him something to open rather than just say, oh, this is what I'm planning. Because then, you know what I mean? Like, you don't get that surprise. So I went onto the internet and downloaded some sort of fake tickets, and then I was like mucking around with them on Photoshop. And I wanted them to look legit, so I went to Officeworks with a USB so I could print them on some card.
Yes.
And I gave them to the lady there, and before she even spoke to me, she pressed the button and she was like, "Ray, to the printing counter, please." And then I had to explain to this dude while I was at Officeworks
that you're not a terrorist.
To print fake boarding passes onto card. I'm pretty sure I'm on a terror watch list now. No, it's just because it's like a present, and I wanted it to look like a real plane ticket. Just print it off, mate. I'd imagine you'd get the same treatment if you were trying to do a passport at Officeworks. So maybe if you need to print something like a fake ticket, just go to your local criminal. They'll do it.
That is lovely, though, that you have done that for your dad. I don't know if this is on the same level, but this was 2 years ago now. Dad used to always complain about his his iPad being broken, so I bought him an iPad.
That's lovely. That's nice.
That's nice.
So my dad loves Liverpool. Your dad loves iPads.
Yeah.
So but it's nice when you get to a certain age when you can give back to your parents.
Yeah.
They raised you.
They give you so much.
You want to give back a little bit.
Why don't we do this morning? 13, 24, 10. How did you spoil your parents?
132410 is the number. Well, we got a text here from a guy called Ryan saying he got his parents' business class flights to Los Angeles using points, but he made them think he paid cash for them. So,
Rachel joins us now. Good morning, Rach.
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you?
Very good, thank you. How did you spoil your parents?
Well, it was my mum. She had her little border collie dog and also best friend for many years. When she got old, we actually had through Impressionable Kids, we had her feet molds done for her, and they made it up in this gorgeous frame with a photo of her, and they were painted gold. And in between, while we were waiting for it to be done, Molly actually passed away.
Oh,
so
sad.
But super special. It still hangs up. Pride of place in Mum's lounge room even to today.
So you got your mum's dog's feet molds made up?
No, we did through the same company that did our children's feet molds.
Now I get it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So they normally do that for baby hands.
Yeah.
And that. So
they do.
And the dog passed away while it's getting its feet molds done.
No. She had her molds done, then she passed away because it takes about 3-4 months to make them.
Oh,
She passed away in
sorry.
between.
I must admit, I thought the dog was had its feet, all 4 feet in clay.
Yeah,
and
no.
it sadly passed away.
We didn't kill the dog.
Yeah,
We did
right.
not.
I was going to say, you'd hope you'd get your money back for that if it was stuck in the clay still. But I mean, that is very sad. The dog passed away, but obviously made it all the more
Lovely gift.
special when you spoilt your mum with that. It's very thoughtful, Rachel. Kat, you spoilt your parents?
Hi, we spoiled our parents just before COVID first hit, when cruise liners were first going around, still going around.
Yeah.
Me and my 3 siblings spent some money to upgrade our parents to the amazing drinks package so they're able to have the time of their lives with their best mates on the cruise.
Very good.
And you sent them along on the Royal Caribbean in mid-2020. They had a grand old time.
At least they had the drinks package. Fiona joins us now. How did you spoil your parents, Fiona?
Hi, when I got married, I bought my mum a salon sapphire and diamond dress ring to say thank you for raising me.
Oh my
Is
God.
incredible.
And so when you got married, when did you give it to her?
The morning of the wedding before we went to the ceremony.
That is so thoughtful. I mean, normally people are supposed to be giving you the gifts on that day.
Like, we got my mum a shawl for the wedding, but that's nothing compared to your diamond ring.
Does it have any sapphires in it?
No,
A
it
shawl?
certainly doesn't.
Just a normal shawl. Last one here, Joe. You've also been a good kid. You've spoilt your parents.
Yes, I have. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I bought my tickets for my parents to go around the world, and most expenses paid accommodation.
Whoa.
You just sent them around the whole world.
Well, they haven't gone yet, so because COVID came not long after.
So what, was it like a retirement present? Was it a thanks for raising me present? What happened?
A bit of a combination. Thanks for raising me, but also they take good care of my son when I go to work, and they're amazing. So.
Oh, that's a lovely present,
well,
Joe.
Good on ya.
And you know what? It's going to be hard to beat, so I reckon we'll leave it there. And we're going to give you, because you're so nice, a $100 fuel voucher.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries. Now you can drive around the world.
Yeah,
Thanks
I can
to
drive
BP.
around. Thank you.
BP.
Bye-bye.
All around the world. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I was trying to do like a fake credit line for BP, fueling the world. Fuel the world with BP.
Book smarter these holidays. With whatif.com, you can book everything for your trip all in one place.
Plus, select hotels are fully refundable. Booking cancellation windows apply.
Make up for missed holidays with What If. It's Aussie for travel. Check government advisories before booking and travelling.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
The 610 quiz. You answer all 5 questions right, you get to pick the next song we play. You don't get Harry Styles tickets. Lisa, in Salisbury Heights, you're on your way to work. You're a nurse. Where at, Lisa?
Yeah, Western Hospital in Henley Beach.
I've not heard of that one. Is it a nice hospital?
It is a very nice hospital, yes.
Is it a private one?
It is a private
That's
hospital,
why I've
yes.
not heard of it. You can fit a private hospital anywhere, can't you? You know, sometimes you feel like you're in a suburban sort of street, and then, what's that? Oh, that's a private hospital.
I can't say I've ever experienced that myself.
It's a thing.
Is it?
Yeah, especially around North Adelaide. There's little hospitals everywhere.
Well, wouldn't it be nice to live in North Adelaide, where there's just hospitals on every corner?
Hospitals and churches, you know, a lot of abundance of both. Okay, well, let's get to these 5 questions, Lisa. The first one, the band The Gorillas are coming to Adelaide. Very exciting. Can you name another primate?
A monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would take a
Yeah, I'd
monkey.
take that, yeah.
That's
We would
right.
like chimpanzee or baboon or...
Yeah,
But a
yes.
monkey is like, is
Ape.
a...
Yeah, like whatever. Okay, second question. Prince Harry has done another interview on US TV talking about his reunion with the Queen. Who's Prince Harry's mum?
Princess Diana.
Easy
I
done.
was kind of hoping you'd say the Queen. Yeah.
Old mum. Channel 9 News didn't make it to air last night after a tech glitch. Can you name one of the Channel 9 News anchors?
Oh, yes. Oh, she's very pretty.
You can see the faces, can't you?
Yes, I can. I can't think of their name.
This is actually, I think this could be a tough question for people, to be
Yeah.
honest. Because you know the face.
You know the face.
Yes, and
you're used
him,
to
and
the
he's
news.
tall.
Yes.
Yeah, you're so close, Lisa.
Oh my God, I follow her on Instagram. I have no idea.
That's all right, Lisa. That's
I've
okay.
seriously gone blank.
That's all right. You did a great job to get this far.
Thanks for playing this morning, Lise. Jesse from Athelston, can you name one of the two Channel 9 News anchors?
Hey, how are you, man? I don't know. I'm gonna have a wild guess. Jane Doyle.
That'd be Channel 7, dude. That's the other one. But
Good guess, though,
it's a
Jess.
good guess. At least you've guessed someone who is on the news. Emma from Engle Farm, do you know the Channel 9 News anchors?
Hi, Jessica Braithwaite.
She is on the program. She is not one of the two anchors, but I will say she's a part of the news team. We're looking for Brenton Raglas or Kate Collins.
And side note, Brenton Raglas is going to be joining us this morning just after 8:30 to find out what happened.
From
with
all
the news.
accounts, he's absolutely furious that the news didn't make it on air. Okay, next question, Emma. The Wimbledon tennis tournament has now banned all Russian players from competing. Which country is Wimbledon held in?
Spain? No.
Spain.
Does Wimbledon sound like a Spanish
No.
place to you?
Do you know what Wimbledon is, Emma?
Tennis match.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, it's definitely not Spain. We can knock that country out. We know it's not in Australia because it's the Australian Open here. That's our big one. Matt in Derncourt, do you know where Wimbledon is?
Is it London?
It's in England. Yeah. Okay, well, happy birthday to the Queen, 96 years young today, which is insane, even though we won't celebrate her birthday for another month or so. Finish these Queen lyrics.
Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening me.
Mamma Mia?
Oh, what? It's not Mamma Mia, mate. Oh, Freddie Mercury's rolling in his grave. We're going to need the falsetto and the baritone as well. Elise, can you please give us these lyrics?
Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening me.
Galileo, Galileo, Galileo.
Hey,
Well
one side
done.
note, just earlier, Elise, Ben asked me, is it I'm just a poor boy or I'm just a pool boy?
Well, pool boy could be like, he feels...
I'm just a pool boy cleaning the leaves
No,
up.
because he feels like a pool boy, like in a movie, like in an adult movie, he feels like a pool boy. That's what I thought.
No, what? A pool boy, nobody loves me.
Yeah,
they
they
just
just-
use me for my...
They just use him for his meat. They don't actually care about him. That's what I thought the meaning of the song was.
Yeah, well, you got that completely wrong. Anyway, Elise, you've won the 610 quiz. Now you get to choose the next song we play. So would you like to hear Ben's song? He's been trying to get that up for a while.
Would you like to hear Liam's song?
Here we go. Come on, Bernard.
I just want to wish you well.
What are you feeling?
Number 2 for sure.
Number 2 for sure. I definitely agree, even though it's not my song.
Look, it's hard to go past a bit of Breakaway Bernard after Powderfinger, a bit of solo work. Wish you well. Enjoy. It's no.
I just want to wish you well. I just want to wish you well.
Ben and Liam are in your head.
Liam, I took my dog Finn for a walk yesterday with my fiance Sam. We parked near the North Adelaide Par 3 and did the walk around the Torrens. Have you done that one before?
Yes.
Yeah, good walk.
Yeah.
Side note, did you know, because I've never done that walk before, did you know that there's a second bunyip?
No.
Obviously, there's the bunyip at the Murray Bridge.
Yeah.
There's another bunyip trail.
Where?
In North Adelaide.
But is it like does a bunyip go and come out the water?
No, I don't think there's well, look, I think there is one. Sam reckons there's one in the water, but it's when the water's lower you can see it. When the water's higher you can't see it. I couldn't see it.
That's
but
crazy.
As you're walking down the bunyip trail, it's 200 metres long. It's a story, so that there's like 9 pages to the story, and as you walk you read it, and then you get to the end and you get to the bunyip.
I've never seen that.
Yeah. Under our noses the whole time.
That's exciting.
But anyway, so we were walking around the Torrens and we were just going past like the tap house in near the Pedalo's, and Finn decided to jump into the Torrens. He just jumped in
and
there.
look, that doesn't surprise me. Your dog has a lot of behavioural issues. I mean,
well, no, I think he's a water dog, so he loves water.
Yeah, well, look, yeah.
And I think he might have seen a duck. He wanted to get the duck.
Yeah, and probably rip its head off. Much like what he did to my little cavoodle when we had a barbecue at your house.
No, he didn't. And look, so Finn, our dog, jumped into the Torrens River, and so Sam and I had to like pull him out like a baby. Like we had to because he's pretty heavy. He's a big boy. And
what is he? What would he be like?
40 kilos.
Yeah, wow.
And it's a steep drop off because it's obviously where the main walking path is around the Torrens. So like it's quite a steep drop off. And so, it wasn't like it was like a bank where he could just walk himself out. So we had to like pick him out like a baby. So like we both it's pretty heavy. So I had to bend over and like get under his arms and pick him up out of the water. Got him out of there. People like came over and were like, "You need help?" And I was like, "No, it's all right. We got him." So we picked him out. He was dripping wet. And as we were walking back to the car, Sam was like really quiet. And I said, "What's the matter?" And she said, "I got it in my mouth."
Not the Torrens.
She got the Torrens in her mouth.
You can't get the Torrens in your mouth.
Yeah.
If you're new here, you wouldn't know this.
Yeah.
But if you get a bit of the Torrens in your mouth,
you're a goner.
Yeah,
it's not good.
Did you? I mean, at least you're close to the Ra. Did
yeah.
You just take
we went home, but I have been keeping a close eye on her.
You've got a code Torrens. Code Torrens.
She hasn't replied to my good morning message yet, so I'm a little bit worried.
Yeah, she's probably dead.
She's probably dead.
Such a shame as well. I mean, what are we, 9 days away from you guys getting married? That is so close.
What I was thinking this morning is, it might not be the Torrens, it could be anything in the world, but what got in your mouth? 13 24 10. Give us a buzz. What got in your mouth?
Might get some interesting calls for this one.
There's another example that I have. This is a good one. So when you used to work on the dairy farm, the boss would do the inseminations.
Yes, I'm familiar. It's like a long straw.
Yeah, it's like a long straw, and they would put the bull
in that.
Yep, the thing that would impregnate the female cow. They'd put that into the straw.
Yes.
And the boss, whenever he'd cut the little tip of the straw off, would always say, "Keep your mouth closed." And I think he was saying that from experience.
Did you ever get it in there?
I never did, no.
Did you ever see anyone get it in there?
I think he might have.
Did he spit it out or did he spit it out?
Okay. 13 24 10. Give us a buzz. What got in your mouth? Mel, what got in your mouth?
Good morning, Ben and Liam. I work doing Airbnbs, cleaning them, and clearly someone had an AGB going on in the toilet, and it was a bit of a Grogan, and I was cleaning the toilet and the water splashed up in my mouth. I literally seen my life flash before my eyes. I was horrified. I was gagging. I nearly made bigger mess all over the toilet.
Oh, Mel. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a
Sharon's Karen.
A bit of a yucky one.
Sharon's Karen. Mel, what got in your mouth?
Hey, Ben and Liam. A huge huntsman spider.
What?
No.
How?
Yes. It was late at night, got home from work, opened up my bedroom door in the dark. Something dropped down as I was yawning.
No.
After a big day of work. And I was just spat it out. Didn't know what it was, turned the light on, and there's this huge huntsman spider crawling around.
Oh, you would just die, wouldn't you?
Oh.
I think I ran around screaming for about 5 minutes.
Oh. What's the odds, though, of a huntsman dropping down as you're yawning, as you're walking into it? Oh, my God.
I mean, were you tasting a little bit of the fur? Like, what sort of texture were you getting in your mouth?
Yeah, a little bit of fur, a little bit of crawling around. I don't know. I just freaked it. Yeah.
Yucky. Well, thanks for sharing, though, Mel.
Be a good photo on Ripley's, believe it or not, as well.
Would.
Belinda joins us now. What get in your mouth?
Hi, guys. Well, I was babysitting my nephew a few years ago, and his parents were trying to get him out of night napping. So they instructed me to try and take him for a twilight wee where you don't really wake them and you get them to the toilet. So I did that and started pulling down his pants, and all of a sudden next minute I've got his wee going into my mouth.
Ah, I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Oh, God, it was awful.
I can't blame him. He was asleep.
At least he didn't wet the bed, hey?
Yeah, that's it. Just wet the mouth instead. Nicola from Semaphore Park. What got in your mouth?
Okay, so I've got a massive phobia of spiders, and I had a big spider on my wall, and I thought I'd be really courageous, and I've grabbed the thong, and I've gone to hit the spider, closing my eyes and screaming at the same time, and I've hit it, and all the guts from the spider just spurted into my mouth.
I thought your story was going to be the same as Mel's, but you got the spider guts in your mouth.
Got spider guts.
I got the spider guts.
Do you know what kind of spider it was?
I think it was like a black garden spider or something. It was really big and fat.
Juicy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I mean, if it was a redback, you just would have got a full load of that. That's not spider guts. That's venom in your mouth. That's worth a hospital trip, I reckon.
Matty joins us now, mate. What did you get in your mouth?
Hey, boys. How you going?
Good.
My old boss used to be a gardener and landscaper. I was bending down one day, raking up some leaves, and he was mowing the lawn in front of me, and a rat ran in front of the lawnmower and shot straight out the back of the mower, mate, straight into my face, into my mouth.
Oh!
Yeah, it was not pleasant, boys. It was not pleasant.
Surely you get workers' comp for that.
That's rough.
If a rat gets shot into your mouth.
If you asked me before we did this, we were going to get rat and spiders, I would have thought you were a liar.
P to the O to the D to the cast.
Tell you what, a lot of people would have been furious last night because Channel 9 News didn't make it to air here in Adelaide last night because of a big technical glitch to find out what was happening in all that chaos in the control room. We'd love to now cross to 9 News anchor Brenton Raglis. Good morning, Raggy. How you doing?
Morning, Ben and Liam. Yes, we were furious too. Absolutely furious. We didn't know what had happened.
Oh, well, I bet people were absolutely losing their minds, Raggy.
It was a crazy night, and I'm sure you know the feeling. I mean, remember back to school when you finished that 3,000-word essay, maybe you whatever, and you're so proud. It's your best work, best you've ever done, only to then sort of send it on email or try and print it out, file not found. And no matter what you try and do to find it, it's gone. It's great.
So Brenton, are you saying that last night's news read was going to be the best one you've ever done, but it just didn't make it air?
It was. I was so confident, you know. And in fact, what happened, because we're kind of, a lot of people on holidays at the moment, Chelsea Carey, our weather presenter, was away. And so I thought, oh, you beauty. They said, Brenton, can we get you to do a weather from the desk tonight? Now, 14 years ago to this day, actually, I started at 9 presenting the weather. I was a weather presenter initially for 6 years. So I thought, yes, this is the moment I get to do the weather again. People who know me know that my first love is weather. And I had written this weather forecast for, you know, here we are.
That is why I feel about that, Brenton.
and it was as good as like writing it, throwing it up and putting it in a wood heater and burning it to stay warm and it's cold.
Yeah. Well, look, did everyone manage to keep their cool? Because, look, we Ben and I personally know you and Kate. We know you're lovely people. But I'm telling you, I mean, if Nova went off air one morning, I'd probably throw a chair at a producer. I mean, I don't know how I would handle it.
No keyboards or screens thrown across the room. There are plenty of those in the television station. So, no, look, actually, for what is normally a very chaotic environment, because we're in a developing news environment, things change from minute to minute anyway, it was chaos. Imagine drive-through on a Saturday night at McDonald's. It's just, you know, it's just absolutely full on. But everyone was cool, calm and collected, going about their business and trying to pull what levers they could to get us to air at 6 p.m. It actually had the hallmarks of a cyber attack that we had this time a year ago. And I think that's what we're fearing it worse. We thought, in the end, fortunately, that hasn't happened. The server, our IT crews worked through the night to fix it, and it was a server problem. So, in the end, we will have our local bulletins go to air at 5 and 6 p.m. and we won't have to do what we did last night, and was bring in our Melbourne bulletin with Peter Hitchner.
Oh, yeah.
No one likes Hitchner here. We're a Raglis state. 9 News anchor Brenton Raglis is joining you right now after 9 News didn't make it to air last night. You mentioned their cyber attack. I don't want to point fingers, but I'd be looking into Jane Doyle if I were you, because I reckon Channel 7's ratings would have gone up last night if you guys were off there. So I know it's getting pretty heated in the ratings, so you never know.
One of the first things we did was we checked every single PowerPoint to see if the cord had been pulled out. That hasn't happened.
Hey, Brenton, before we let you go, you were talking about your love of the weather. From the top of your head, do you know what the weather's going to be today? Do you want to do a read live on the radio?
Oh, you've given me the opportunity. Thank you so much. Well, for the first time in ages, I've known people to use their wood heaters because it's been so cold. We had that cool change go through the last couple of days, brought around 1 to 5 millimetres of rain. Good news is, though, here we are, almost into the second week of school holidays and no rain on the forecast. In fact, lads, we're looking at temperatures back to the mid-20s, so don't throw away the shorts and T-shirts just yet, although there is some more rain on the way. We'll have all the details for you coming up in our bulletin, our local bulletin, tonight at 5 and 6 p.m.
Well done.
Behind the scenes, we actually didn't prep Brenton for that. That was just off the cuff. That actually blows my mind. That was very, very impressive.
And if that is not enough of a reason to watch 9 News tonight, then I don't know what is. 9 News tonight, they guarantee they'll be on this time. It's a guarantee.
They'll be on.
Thank you. Thank you so much to everyone for their patience and understanding. We really appreciate it.
No worries. You're on Nova.
Blanc.
Truly a wondrous day for science, Ben. Japanese researchers have developed computerized chopsticks to enhance the salty taste.
I thought it maybe it'd be an invention to help you use chopsticks.
Well, yeah, no, I can't use them, so this is a great invention for most of the world.
Yep.
But yeah, unfortunately, I'm one of those guys who takes a fork, or has to use it and feels the judgment.
Arrogant.
Even like a sushi train. Oh no, it's not like I'm not like slapping the culture in the face. I just can't.
It feels like you're slapping it in the face.
Just can't do it. Can't physically do it.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming someone if they can't use a fork. I mean, I think it's weird. It's pretty easy to use. Yeah. But if they want to use chopsticks to eat pasta, that's fine. Whatever. No, this device, it's like a wristband, and it's attached to the chopsticks, and it uses a weak electrical current to transmit sodium ions from the food through the chopsticks to the mouth, where they create a sense of saltiness. So as a result, the scientists have said the food is 1.5 times saltier.
Couldn't you just put more salt in the food?
You could do that. You could do that. You could, but that would ruin the fun of wearing the electric wrist with the chopsticks. And you know what this reminded me of this morning? Do you remember those straws that they used to have flavour in them, and you would
100%.
drink the milk?
100%.
So you'd have a normal glass of full cream milk.
Yeah.
And then you'd buy these straws, right, and it'd have like little chocolate balls.
Chocolate balls, yeah.
And then and by the time that normal milk had got to your mouth, it was chocolate flavoured.
Think about it I'm sure you understand the concept, but think about it as if there was Milo in your straw.
Yeah.
And by the time it passes through, some of it's dissolved, and you're drinking chocolate milk that was once regular milk.
I was doing them pretty much every day after school for a while there.
But you couldn't watch Simpsons.
I couldn't watch Simpsons. And I can't use chopsticks. Okay, now I've got that out of the way. Let's move on. Why did we abandon that technology? That was pretty groundbreaking at the time. That's nuts. Because you can just buy normal milk and then you get to choose what flavour you want after, rather than having just chocolate milk, and then you can't use that milk for other things.
To me, it just seems like, wouldn't you just buy chocolate milk?
Nah, because it takes the fun out of it. Much like the chopsticks.
Yeah.
So obviously that's gone.
Yep.
But I'm saying, why not bring it back? Furthermore, why stop there? I mean, why did it stop at just flavoured milk? I mean, imagine having soda water, people love that, with lemonade flavoured straws.
Mm-hmm.
Or you just have, you've got your, going back to the milk stuff, if you've got milk, then you could have coffee flavoured straws. You wouldn't have to buy morning coffee.
Yeah.
You have
to buy a cup of milk.
It's cheaper. It'll be cheaper to get a cup of milk. Or you could have yeast fermented malt, and you could have different hops flavored straws at the pub.
Yeah.
Oh, just a Cooper's Pale for me, thanks. Just take that out of your bag and isn't that a great idea?
I don't want to steal your bit away from you, Liam, but I've been thinking about recently.
What?
Plum juice.
This is the
orange
worst dampener on a pitch ever.
There's orange juice, right?
Yeah.
Other fruit juices escape me, but I'm sure there's other fruit juices. Never seen plum juice.
Probably just I don't know. Probably just poo yourself if you had plum juice, right? Like
Why don't we?
I'm thinking of prune juice.
Why don't we get a straw, put some plum in there?
If that gets you across the line, I'm sure it wouldn't be our best seller.
Yeah, I don't think these straws are going to take off. I feel like you would like to do this as like a bigger bit, and
I've been trying to get it across the line, to be honest, for a long time with the producers. This morning, I saw the chopsticks thing, and I was like, "This is my in." I finally get to talk about it. I finally get to talk about my straw idea.
Yeah, we're not going to do that as a bigger idea.
Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. Look, I'll work on it. And I'll come back to you.
Ben and Liam are in your head.
G'day, good morning, and a happy Thursday to you, Adelaide.
She may be your local MP, Vicky Chapman. She's calling it quits. I think she's actually the ritzy sort of Burnside area, but she isn't a fan of Spears, who's the new leader of the Liberal Party. I'm not going to bore you with details.
Yeah, look,
anyway,
I know what we're about to say, you might hear politics and tune out, but actually what we're about to say is one of those things that will make you go, oh, what?
That's so annoying. So she's been voted in. She's quitting now, like 3 months after that. And apparently, right, she's going to get paid $300,000 a year for the rest of her life.
$300,000 a year for the rest of her life, and she's 64, I believe.
It's like taxpayer money.
Just because she worked in, like, the government.
What's the go with that?
You're paying Vicky Chapman $300,000 a year.
God, that's annoying,
Isn't that wild?
It's a lot of coin to be on.
Give her $100,000 a year. Even that seems exorbitant.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
For doing nothing beyond that point.
But $300,000?
I mean, what? Geez, we're going to be really good on AM radio one day. That was actually that was our audition.
Demo.
Jeez, I hope the guys upstairs at 5AA heard that.
Liam Pod Men Cast. Wait, I said that wrong. Ben and Liam Podcast.
What's trending?
Trending all over the internet.
Twitter. Instagram.
Welcome to Facebook.
Yes, hey guys. Well, guess who's coming to Adelaide in July?
It's there.
That's right. Gorillas are coming to Adelaide as a part of the Illuminate Festival.
That is unreal.
That's a big get.
That's a huge get. Especially everyone's skipping Adelaide at the moment. You know, I know a fact about that song, Dare. So it's the Gorillas, but it's done with a guy called Sean Ryder, who's in a band called Happy Mondays, like an old Manchester band, and he's like the real. It's coming up, and like so they actually just had the music, but they didn't have any lyrics for it,
right.
And he was just going to like sort of freestyle some stuff. And when he was in the booth, his headphones were too quiet, and they were like sort of finding the level. And he's going, "It's coming up, it's coming up, it's coming up, it's coming up, it's there." And then they were like, "You know what? We're just going to. That's the song. Let's just stop it there. That's the song."
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know where that was going.
Yeah.
That was very
No,
interesting.
it's true.
And Netflix have suffered their first subscriber loss in more than a decade. We're talking, they've lost 26%. So they've lost about $40 billion in stock market value. Now, the way that they're going to combat this, apparently, is by cracking down on people who are password sharing and letting multiple people use their account.
Yeah,
Which I don't think is the way to do
I mean, it's really just because it's so competitive now. You've got Stan, you got your Disney Plus, and people are bringing out good things. And if you're raising the fees, then people are going to drop off. But, I mean, you'd be a bit sweaty, wouldn't you, about the password sharing? I think
Liam's?
Bell's using all of my...
Well, I have Liam's binge, and then I've got Luke, my partner's Disney Amazon Stan, but I think I pay for my own Netflix.
I don't
check that
know
one.
about that.
Streaming
I think
rat.
Mum was, because Mum uses it as well, and then she was like, we've all got our own profiles. And she's like, "Who's the rat?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's producer." That's she's also using Netflix now.
And finally, the French president, Emmanuel Macron. Now, if you didn't know, they're in their latest, second stage of their election there. Well, he has now shocked the world after he has exposed his giant, thick, bushy chest. His photographer shared online a behind-the-scenes shot.
Oh my God, I'm just I'm just seeing this photo now.
It's him. He's sitting on a couch. He's kind of just slumped back. He's got his shirt unbuttoned.
Very, very 70s.
Yeah, so
That
it's
is-
a real move, I think, in their election to be like, oh, look, my hairy chest.
Yeah.
Honestly, the thickest chest hair I've ever seen. It looks like he's wearing a knitted sweater
Yeah.
underneath his business shirt.
Yeah.
You know who's going to be furious about this?
Who?
Malcolm Turnbull, because
Oh,
now we
yeah.
know Macron is sexy, and we know how he feels about Malcolm's wife.
Thank you and your delicious wife for your warm welcome.
This guy coming in with thicker hair than him, a big bushy chest. I find your wife delicious.
This is a voiceover sweep to break up the podcast.
If you didn't know, you can get in touch with us anytime by calling 132410. But another way you can do it when it's not show hours is just go to the Ben and Liam Instagram page and send us a DM. Liam and I personally check, we try to check all of the
Yeah,
messages.
look, we've been a little lazy lately, but
Yep.
yeah, no, it is actually us operating that account, so you will be speaking directly with us.
And Liam, we got one here from Sharon, who said, "Hey Ben and Liam, really love the show." Thanks, Sharon. She said, "I've tried to call so many times, but I can never get through."
This is a problem people have. Because, I mean, there's only 6 phone lines here, and once they fill up, we sort of take that 6.
She said, "Now this is really annoying because I always have stories for you that I would love to share when you ask for stories." She said, "I have a challenge for you. If you give me a topic, I'm pretty confident I can give you a story."
To be honest, I'm pretty confident she won't be able to, because that would be a really hard thing to do, I think.
So I've asked for Sharon's number. I've told her we're going to call her.
Okay,
Liam.
good.
I've got it punched in now.
Yep.
We're going to test this theory out.
Hello, Sharon speaking.
G'day, Sharon. How you doing? It's Ben and Liam from Nova.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, pretty good. Now, look, we know that you have some trouble getting through on the Nova phone lines, so we thought we would just call you direct. How does that sound?
That sounds wonderful.
And it's true. I mean, every time we say, "Hey, you got a story for this?" You have a story for it. Is that right?
Well, yeah, I'm pretty confident. Every time I hear something, I'm like, oh, try and get through, but I'm usually in the car or...
Yeah. Well, look, what I will say is we're going to give you some of our old talkback ideas.
These are things we've done in the past.
Yeah, in the past couple of months. Hopefully you have a story for them. Don't feel like you have to have one, though. If you can't think of one, that's okay. We'll give you another one.
Just say pass.
Yeah, say pass.
If you don't have a story. But if you've got one, I'm impressed to see how many stories you've got, to be honest.
Okay, no worries.
All right, let's do it.
First one. Do you have a secret sibling?
Not that I'm aware of.
So that's a pass.
That's pass.
That's a pass.
Okay, what about this one? When did your dreams come true?
Oh, my dreams come true when I wake up in the morning and look at my little dog.
That's also a pass.
That wouldn't traditionally be known as a good call, Sharon.
Yeah, so if you called up and said that to producer Bell off air, you wouldn't get put through.
Okay, so, yeah, I'm not sounding real good at the moment, am I?
No.
Hey,
we're enjoying your company.
No pressure. And
Yeah.
also, like, to be put on the spot and just thrown these is a tricky thing.
Half the reason Liam and I wanted to do this was because we knew how hard it would be, and we kind of wanted to prove a point that we didn't think you would have stories for everything.
But look, I'd be impressed if you even had a story for one of them. But yeah, just feel free to pass if you don't. Especially because these are so specific. Were you home when the intruder came in?
Yes.
What happened?
Yes. I was down in the living room, and my son at the time was about 11 or 12.
Yeah.
He was in his bedroom, and next minute we sort of heard these footsteps.
Yeah.
And thought, oh, what's that? We lived in an old home, thought it was a ghost.
Yeah.
Went up, and there was a man running out of his bedroom.
Out of your son's bedroom?
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm deadly serious. And went in, and he saw us, and he took off.
Yeah.
My husband at the time went running after him.
Yeah.
Couldn't catch him. Walked in, and my son was just sitting in his bed. He was trying to scream, but he couldn't get anything out.
Oh, my
His
God.
mouth
That's
open.
horrifying.
That is horrific.
Yeah. So, yes, I was home when the intruder came.
Bloody hell, we'd take that call, Sharon.
buddy, you be getting put through.
Absolutely. That's like caller of the week type stuff.
Sharon, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Can I just tell you what made me think of this was yesterday? What did your kid eat that you had?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, what'd your kid eat?
Well, my son, it's the same one that actually had the intruder in his bedroom.
Yeah.
He drank waterbed.
He drank the waterbed.
What do you mean?
You're too young to know what waterbeds are.
no, we know waterbeds for sure.
So your son drank the liquid from the waterbed.
Conditioner in the waterbed to keep it fresh. So he drank the conditioner that goes into it. So then we had to take him to hospital and he had his stomach pumped.
Oh. Were you sleeping on a waterbed? Or was it your son's waterbed?
No, we had a waterbed.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know what? It's funny you say that because we did last year. We did. Do you have a waterbed?
Yeah.
2014. So that's another one for you. You could have called through to that. And I remember we had some guy who called on who said his uncle owned a lot of snakes and also had a waterbed store.
Look, Sharon, we'll let you go. You've been a treat. You enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, guys. Thanks.
See ya. Bye.
Catch you, Sharon. Not bad.
Not bad.
Liab Pod Men Cast. Wait, I said that wrong. Ben and Liam Podcast.
Yeah, you got that yummy.
Tasting Australia. It's back. And thanks to 7 News, we have a double pass at the seasonal sojourn to give away. Includes transfers. I mean, this is a hell of a food experience in the Adelaide Hills. To know the news, watch 7 News tonight at 6 p.m. Anastasia from Mawson Lakes. Were you watching last night? If you were, you might have got a little heads up on the topic that we're about to cover off.
Good morning, guys. Yes, I was.
You were. Excellent.
Very good.
Well, what's going to happen is we're going to give you that topic in a second, and then you are going to have 5 seconds to name 3 things related to that. And if you can get all of them done, then you win the double pass.
Yep. So, for example, I like to do this just as a bit of a demonstration. I get Liam to play the game, so everyone listening knows how the game works. So the topic would be woman.
Love them, can't live without them, and love them.
Not a great effort there from Liam, but yes, that is how the game works.
You know, I remember, you did that on purpose, because I remember I did these. So, Anastasia, I used to do these like improv classes when I was living in Sydney.
That's how Liam kept his humour sharp.
That's how I kept sharp as a knife, baby. And so, like, they would give you like a word, and then you would say 20 things. And
it's supposed to be like no filter, like just say the first thing that comes to your mind.
That comes to your mind. Like the lady next to me just gave me the hospital pass of like women, and so I was obviously being like really careful of what I was saying. I was like powerful, strong, and then at one point I said like pink because just the color pink came to my head, and everyone was like, ugh. Like grunted at me. They were like, oh, you think women are, like should be wearing pink or something? I'm like, you got to be so, you know what I mean? Like, what was I supposed to say?
Yeah, and then I thought I'd try and recreate that, but on the radio for Liam's sake.
And obviously I choked up. I was just thinking, don't say pink, don't say pink. People don't like saying pink. Don't say that. Anyway, Anastasia, that topic for you is desserts.
Chocolate cake, apple pie, and cheesecake.
Oh, bang. Woo! You've done it. That was easy. Easy as for you, Anastasia.
You're heading along to the sojourn.
Fantastic. That's a great prize. Thanks,
it is a great prize. $600. You're going to have 3 elite chefs taking you on a food journey in the Adelaide Hills.
That's wonderful.
Yummy, yummy. Well, thanks for listening. Thanks for playing. We've got one more opportunity for you to come along to the sojourn.
For some reason, Liam's dancing to this music.
Yeah, I'm just trying to feel the vibe. But baby does that to you, doesn't he, when he gets into your system?
I'm waiting for you to end.
Yeah, no, I was sort of hoping you would end it so I could keep dancing.
Ben and Liam, dopamine for your ears.
Love rat, there's a love rat. Love rat, there's a love rat.
Good morning.
Morning, Producer Bell. Now, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not opening the emails today. I'm not going through them. Look, you can email the loverat@novafm.com.au anytime you want. But look, I have a story that I would like to share.
Ooh, hey, go ahead.
Yeah, no, a friend of mine, I was having dinner with him last night. He's been single for a little while, and he was saying, hey, I've met a girl. I said, that's great. He met her on Hinge, which is...
Sorry, just for people who've been in a relationship for a long time, difference between Hinge and Tinder?
So Tinder is more kind of, hey, you free now?
Yep.
Want to catch up? Hinge is more relationship-based, and it's all like, you know, you match based on personality and interests and stuff like that.
They probably say that.
Yeah, they say that.
Their whole thing is like, it's the app designed to be deleted because you find a relationship
I see.
from it.
Okay, well, either way, it seems to be working for my friend. So, look, his name's Zach. He's got another friend called Zach as well. And they were sort of both talking. They'd both recently met someone on Hinge, and they were talking about how great it is and all these dates they've been going on. And my friend's friend asked him, hey, are you catching up with her this weekend? And he was like, oh, nah, she's actually back in Canberra seeing some family. And then the other guy, also called Zach, was like, hang on. Her name's not Amelia, is it? And he was like, yeah. And they discovered in that moment that they'd both been seeing the same woman from the same app. And I suppose they haven't had that conversation about being exclusive or not, and you're allowed to do what you want to do,
she
whatever.
was just being a little bit polyamorous.
She's got Zach 1, she's got Zach 2.
She likes the Zachs,
She could have Chad or Michael on the side as well. I don't know, but they've had to sort of work it out now because they were both having this conversation talking about how great it is, and then all of a sudden they've worked out they're both seeing the same person.
When you say they've worked it out, how do they work it out? What's happened?
Well, I think other Zach's backing off, supposedly.
So one of the Zachs is backing off.
One of the Zachs is like, well, whatever. Seems like you're more into it.
But I wonder if they would have approached her about it.
No, because I think Ben, you're mistaking this for like she's doing the dirty by two timing. But I think if it's not an exclusive relationship at the moment, and it is all a bit, hey, I've met this guy, just sussing out both. I think. Yeah, is it more a fact that it's weird now because obviously the two guys are friends? She's allowed to see both, but I think, if you know each other, that's when it gets a bit...
Well, it's always that, like, I wonder what happened there. Like, if you're going out on a double date, you're thinking, how far along did that relationship get across the table?
Do you think Amelia was working on a bit of a double Zach type situation?
Why have one Zach when you can have two?
Maybe she was,
and she knew they were friends, so she thought,
maybe
this will work.
Lining up a double Zach.
Yeah, maybe.
No.
Nice.
No, I think that he's Zach 2, the one that's backing off. I think that's the right thing to do. But also, you could suss out who's more keen and who.
You could see that. You could see that ending messy if Zach 2 didn't want to back off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then it could get messy.
You could lose the relationship and the friend. Well, why don't we do this morning? How did you navigate the love triangle? These things happen. They happen sometimes. 13 24 10 is the number. Kate, what happened?
Hey guys, thanks for having me on the show.
Anytime.
I met a couple. They were a pre-established couple, and they seemed really happy. But we spent a lot of time together, just the three of us hanging out.
Yeah.
And I did grow a little bit attached to and attracted to the guy.
Yeah.
And sort of just wedged myself. I was young, so I wedged myself in there a little bit, in between the relationship a little bit, to the point where she got jealous and broke up with him, and he and I started dating.
Are you still together?
Not anymore. We were together for quite a long time, though.
I see. And so did she end up still being friends with you, or was that a bit done after that?
No, that was done.
Oh, so that's how you... Cause I was wondering how you got involved with just this random couple, but you were friends with the lady, is that right?
Well, we met, the three of us sort of all met at a music gig. So we all sort of hung out and spent time together and, developed a friendship which blossomed into me being attracted to him and wedging myself in there.
Gee, I like how you keep saying wedging.
Wedge,
I'd like to know how the wedge maneuver
sounds really
works.
like you belong there.
It's
like.
really just wedged in
And also, it's not so much of a triangle. It kind of sounds like they were just the two. And you
big time. Like they're having a movie night and they're sitting on the couch and you've just like got a bowl of M&Ms or something, and then you jump over the couch in between both of them and go, "What are we watching?"
I reckon we could potentially do 13, 24, 10. When were you the wedge?
Yeah. Had your wedge in there. Jay, how did you navigate the love triangle?
Morning, boys. Well, we're going back about 35 years now, but I was going out with this lovely guy for about 3 months. He invited me home to meet the parents, have dinner, whatever. We weren't that serious. Met his brother when I got there. Looked at each other in the eyes. Sparks flew. We fell in love. It was a pretty big fight.
Yeah.
They didn't speak for about 2 years.
Yeah.
But we ended up getting married and we're still together 35 years later.
Oh, my God.
See, so, and that original uncle, is he still in the picture?
He is. he's moved to Melbourne with his family, so we could see them once a year.
Yeah, because once a year we'll do it, because he doesn't want to see your faces.
Once a year is okay. Yeah, but no, it was pretty harrowing at the time, I guess.
So, Jay, just a
for
question.
the whole
'cause
family.
Was there like an overlap? Did you continue going with the brother for a bit and then you said, look, I can't do this, I'm going to go to the other one? Or did you just go that night?
For about another 2 weeks, because his brother had messaged me, and it was pretty intense those first couple of weeks between the two of us.
My question, Jay, is the brother that you ended up with, was he older or younger than the other brother?
Younger, a couple of years younger.
Which is that hurts the ego even more, doesn't it?
The younger brother.
He's in the front room playing with Lego, and then you've gone with him instead. That's the end of the Ben and Liam podcast. Earlier, I was telling you about listener Ebony, who got in touch over Instagram. She's had a bit of an idea. She would like to hear every week an off-air moments Ben and Liam podcast, which I like the concept of. However, that's kind of a hard. It would mean the mics would somehow have to be on when we're off.
Or does she just mean that we retell stuff that happened off air?
I suppose so.
Like, oh, hey, this week this happened.
I don't know if I'm up for sharing audio from the conversations like during the songs, because quite often it's heinous.
Oh, there's no way we could share the audio from the off-air conversations. Even when I think about like stories, I'm like, stuff happens, I guess, but there's no like nothing comes to mind where I go, oh, this happened off air.
Like, to be honest, if it's worthy of mentioning,
it'll be on air. Yeah.
That being said, there was the funniest moment in yesterday's show was off air.
That's true. Yeah, you can tell that one.
We were doing a game called Curry Styles, where I would shove curry in my mouth and sing Harry Styles' song. If you could pick the song, you get the tickets.
Now, I didn't know that that's how Liam wanted to give the tickets away. That was a surprise to me.
So what had happened is producer Bell had heated up a curry that producer Andy had brought in.
Yep.
And then during the song, sort of Ben was doing something, and I sort of grabbed that curry.
Secretly brought the curry in.
I secretly brought that curry in without Ben seeing, and I had it underneath my desk.
So we did Curry Styles. It all went well. And then after the bit was done, I said, oh, thank God you had a curry in the studio, because I was so conflicted, because I didn't know there was a curry in the studio.
You didn't know there was a curry in the room.
I just thought that either Liam or Andy had farted in the studio, which happens all the time.
Yeah.
But then I thought I liked the smell of it because the curry smelled good. But I was like, I didn't think, oh, there's a curry in the studio.
You just thought
I thought someone had cut the cheese, and I went, oh, that actually smells pretty good.
Which is a weird thing to be going through
such
your
a
head.
weird thing.
This is true. Like, normally you'd be like, oh, is someone cooking something? Or but there was no reason for there to be a hot curry underneath your nose.
So when I saw that curry, I had this moment of, oh, that's why it smells good in here.
You were thinking you're an absolute freak.
I thought I was a filthy pig.
You're like, I'm going to have to keep that to myself. If you're like, I secretly love the smell of Liam's fart.
Because it'd be so weird if Liam actually farted and I went, oh, it smells good.
Bloody hell. Good enough to eat. Oh, is that korma? What am I getting there? Rogan Josh?
All right, see you, podcaster.
Ben and Liam is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.